I hope David gets back in time for the final confrontation. Don't need to miss that. End of days.
The blend of yays.
Mr. Clark,
Golden blend
shuttle hangar.
of death.
But you must find your way to the cargo bay. The marker, it's being stored in there. There's a cargo loading lift there you can use to deliver the marker up to the hangar. Please, you must help me with this. It's the only way.
Cool.
Nice.
Yep, so go to the cargo hangar. We're gonna have to literally escort the marker as it gets loaded into a rocket and sent back to the planet.
Right.
Then we'll have a boss fight, and then we have to escape, where we'll return to the beginning of the game. If I remember things correctly. Which, knowing me, I don't.
Yeah, I think he runs a bit differently to that, but we'll see.
It's along those lines.
Yeah, something along those lines, yeah.
So you're giving me 2 benches in a row, but only 1 store. You gotta plan your placements out a bit better.
Yeah.
That was a twofer I just got.
Could we get hench with that bench?
Yeah. Somehow Isaac still looks skinny in his layered armor.
Yeah. Maybe he's a very skinny guy in just a suit. A big suit. He's even skinnier than that. He's like pre-Captain America. When they got Chris Roberts' head and they just copy-pasted it onto some kid's body.
Yeah. Did you say Chris Roberts, or did you mean Chris Hemsworth?
No, Chris Roberts, who plays Captain America. Chris Hemsworth plays Thor. I always remember that because Chris Roberts is also the name of the...
Are you sure it's
host.
Chris Roberts?
Yeah. Chris Evans, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chris Evans.
Who's Chris Roberts?
The lie behind Star Citizen.
Oh, that's why it's so burned into my brain. I've heard that name so many times.
Oh, there's the marker.
Dun dun dun.
Yep, there's the
It's because I got confused with Robert Downey Jr. That's why. I think it's...
Whoa!
Oh.
Now we gotta defend. Yep, we gotta escort the marker.
And the big snack. Big flesh snack. There's a lot of dudes.
Yeah. That's the reason why they're not the tougher ones, and that's because there's a lot of them.
Oh my god.
Stop wriggling. And then... there we go.
Did that one just spawn a babby?
What's that?
I think one of the big fat ones just spawned one of the babbies.
It did. It did.
Ooh.
It spawned 2 of them.
Gave
Yeah, it literally did. God, that's actually kind of horrific and a bit too far, game. I can see why you changed it in Dead Space 2. Because, I think that's a bit much.
what, childbirth.
well, like having an actual like.
I think Dead Space made it a bit worse actually. The bit with the girl, with the lady coming with the little babby that just explodes.
Oh yes, it and actual children as well.
Yeah.
No, I mean that was a 9-month pregnant woman that got turned into a necromorph, and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Shall we poke the David, see if he wants to join us? He's here now.
yes. Oh, let's wait for the cutscene to end.
Yeah.
Hang on. Okay, yeah, let's cut in, cut.
Right.
In you join, David, as I fight the loudness.
Ah, hello.
Hello there.
You missed some plot exposition dumps.
I'm assuming it's just stuff regarding how the necromorphs came to be and how much they've screwed us over.
Probably. I wasn't paying too much attention to that. I was more paying attention to. Oh, evil man died.
I mean, well, good. I'm sure he'd be quite happy with that, given how obsessed he was with the unkillable necromorphs. So yeah.
It was quite funny because he didn't even turn into a boss or anything. He just became a generic slasher.
Oh. It's like the setup for a Resident Evil boss, and he just turns into a normal enemy like that.
Zombie. Yeah. No. I think Tim killed him so quickly as well that
He didn't even turn.
Yeah, because he was getting turned by the little manta ray thing, and Tim just shot him just as he was turning it. And
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Shot him to death.
And I was like, by the way, that was that dude you were just talking to in the codec.
Yeah.
Just FYI, that's who that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about how the game feels like it's lost a lot of momentum in the last 2 chapters because it felt like narratively it progressed to a point where it should have ended, where it feels like it's been carrying on chapter 3, act 3 rather, not chapter 3, act 3 for a bit too long, and it's been hanging at the top of the drama scale too long, so it feels like it's just flatlining.
Yeah, it's teetering, plateaued.
Yeah. Also, our boss died again.
Yeah.
Who does that leave us with then? It's just
Kendra.
us and
Our girlfriend.
Oh, and Klein. And Klein. Did you meet Klein? Did
I
David
think
know him?
so. Maybe.
Yeah, he's helping us.
No, we didn't, because he was introduced in the final chapter.
Yes.
I say final chapter, the one we just had.
Yeah. He's a creepy dude who keeps talking to his dead wife.
Oh.
He's
Who
a
isn't
scientist.
Isaac? I mean,
He's the scientist dude who's researching the marker, I think, and he's like, I'll help you get the marker back to the planet, because that's what we're doing at the moment.
Give it back to the big old beast that lives inside the planet, in the middle of the planet.
Yes.
It literally lives in the core of the planet, Isaac.
wow.
Oh God.
Wait, so that thing we killed, the Leviathan, is that not like the huge big bad? Is that just
No,
a
it's still
small
alive.
fraction of-
If it was the huge big bad, it would be the end boss, wouldn't it?
Not necessarily. I mean,
The thing that we've killed several times is the big bad that's still alive. I mean, it is just a collection of like body tissue.
Yeah. They literally called it the whatchamacallit, didn't they?
Leviathan?
Yeah, they called it the whatchamacallit.
The great whatchamacallit of Thingamabob.
Oh no, elevator sequence.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no, not this one again.
Again.
This is where we started the game. This is where our friends got murdered.
Oh, oh yes. Wow.
That's the flight thing.
Only you would be nostalgic for your friends dying.
Oh, the good old days.
I think they had the most forgettable names ever as well, like Johnson and
Yeah, Johnson and Watson. I don't know.
Clyde. Oh, the first one to die. The first one to die's name was Lazarus, and
Leroy Jenkins. Oh wait, no, that's Mass Effect. That's Mass Effect 1, not Dead Space
that's
1.
yeah, that's a Mass Effect joke. A joke that's in Mass Effect rather.
Yeah.
So we saw it right at the beginning of the game, but now we can finally grab that delicious Oscar.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Oh, careful! You're clipping there a lot. There we are.
Vorzac.
It's Peng. Vorzac.
Sorry.
It's Peng.
Peng. It's delicious Peng.
Mm.
There's always Peng.
That's just such a colloquialism in the UK that it's just funny to see it in this game.
It is.
Yeah, that statue is well Peng.
David's
What?
It
David's
doesn't-
bringing out. David's bringing out.
David
Obviously,
is down with the kids. He's well Peng, yo.
when I do modern slang, it doesn't sound right because I'm 26 years old, but kids nowadays do say the word Peng.
I wonder if
Nowadays,
this game I wonder if this game is the progenitor of that.
no.
No, it's been around a while. I remember hearing it in school as well, but from cooler people. Or chavvier people, really, but yeah.
Oh boy. Anyway, back to Event Horizon, the video game.
It looks like they cleared up here. They've cleared away our rubble into the corner of the room over there, which is nice.
They
Yeah,
sent
nice.
in we're the engineers, they've sent in the caretakers.
The janitors, the space janitors, the necromorph janitors.
The Viscera cleanup crew.
Yeah.
We're going to go down there in a second anyway to play block puzzles with the marker.
Viscera Cleanup doesn't have a campaign mode, does it? Unfortunately.
I mean, pretty much. It's a nice casual game. It doesn't need one.
Yeah.
The campaign mode is playing through each of the levels.
It would just make a very fitting sequel to this. Of what happened in the ship after Dead Space.
That's pretty much the gist of it, though, isn't it? I think there's several space levels, so.
Oh, I remember playing one, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very relaxing time.
Did I want to do that?
when-
I don't know, probably.
Exiting zero gravity.
What, Viscera Cleanup, or?
No, enter
gravity.
zero gravity.
I think you do-
I don't know if you know this, but we're playing a game.
What?
I say we. The royal we.
Whoa, wee. I think you do, because that's how you move the marker, because the marker's too heavy to move its own.
Because it's just a
Entering zero gravity.
Lump of something.
lump of mass. Yep.
So Vorzac, given that I assume you've been holding the fort for me while I was out
Yes.
working, would you be able to maybe give me a quick recap of everything I missed, or?
We killed lots of things. We killed.
I mean, we've
lots
done
and
that
lots of-
already, but
Yeah, and we killed the
Oh, was-
regenerator.
Oh, there really wasn't that. It really has just been that much of a slump then that we've only
Yeah.
killed.
we
Oh,
went on.
okay.
You know the ship that we blew up at the end of the last stream.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
We went onto that and stole its mass core, or a black hole generator, or
And we
or
met
that
a
it's
new
hell
enemy type.
energy. We met an enemy type that's a soldier that had melded with their stasis module, so they were running in super speed.
Yeah, they were called,
the
they were
enemy-
called the Twitchers.
Our boss died, and
Yeah.
it was really undramatic.
Hammond. He got.
He got
squished.
turned into baloney.
Hamburger
Just
meat.
went into one of those fun little jump pads. Okay.
No. He got crushed by one of the big, the big hulking Donkey Kong like things.
Oh yeah. The
One of
tanky
those,
ones.
the tanks. Yeah, one of the big tanks grabbed him and ripped him in half because he made a mistake of shooting it and not using a stasis pack.
There it is. And that leads us to here then. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Had
like
a few
as,
bullshit puzzles. But yeah, sorry, go on.
bullshit as in not bullshit hard, just
Yeah.
not like difficult enough.
Yeah.
Like
just
so
meh.
basic because it hasn't been puzzle solving hasn't been a gameplay mechanical system.
Yeah.
So you can't have them being too difficult.
Yeah.
The fire room one was the one I was thinking of.
Oh, we didn't even pass to the right side.
Oh.
So where is the marker now?
Well, it's at the beginning of a cargo lift, just down there. And
Ah.
unfortunately, the range of our jump isn't that far. And so we're just in this big open space, gliding around like a tool. You know?
I kind of love it. To me, it looks quite fun. Like it looks very freeing. Like you have a lot of freedom right now to just float around and float your cares away, in spite of all that horrible violence you've just been through.
I tell you what,
Sounds
we
like-
did play some mini games. We did. We went
Oh,
to a
yes.
shooting gallery,
Oh,
which was easy. It was shoot the red targets and not the blue ones, and you do that 5 times, and you get a power node, and you get ammo and prizes. And there was zero gravity ball game, which I played 1 round of. One.
Z-ball. Yeah.
Yeah, Z-Ball, and I didn't like it because I didn't bother to read the info. I only cared about the world building. And I think having them be this late in the game and not be as a way of introducing the game mechanics kills your pacing massively.
yeah.
If it was at the beginning and it was like, oh, here's a little bit on the side, and you have the minigame be the tutorial for the rest of the game, I think that's how you do it, because then you've got an optional tutorial, but it's still like a bit of world building at the same time.
And
And
it's
the
fun.
stakes aren't that, of we've got to run, as they should be in the final act. They
Yeah. Rush towards
they
the
they are. We can take our time with this. It's
I think
probably
there's
best to
a-
take our time with this, actually.
I think there's a little panel next to... Yeah. You found it.
Hey.
Gotta rotate the little junction thing.
We got to play with our toy train. Yeah.
You can do it, Thomas. Off you go. It's like Thomas, but filled with gore. What even is that inside the train, actually?
That
the
is
marker.
the marker. That's
Ah,
the evil...
It's
MacGuffin
the
of
magic
doom.
space pillar that the Scientologists were worshipping because it was turning everyone into the biomass. And if we look close in it, it's covered in wingdings.
Yes.
that's not... Okay, that's an interesting... That's not what I expected to be the cause of this, of the necromorphs. I thought they were like a biological thing, but this seems more almost like it has a mystical element to it.
Well, it's an alien device causing the curse, so it is literally a biocurse.
Oh my god.
I wasn't
Awesome,
making
yes.
I wasn't making a joke when I said biocurse.
Also, there is a cult that we discovered, isn't there?
Oh, I knew about... Yeah.
We discovered like all the dead people in the cult surrounded by candles, and someone singing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" in
Yeah,
an
they were.
ominous fashion.
They were doing the nursery rhyme horror gimmick.
The spooky nursery rhyme.
That thing, what was in the trailer.
Yeah. Which apparently happened because one of the devs, their daughter just would sing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star," and it would.
And he hated
Yeah,
his
quick,
daughter.
And so he just put it in the game to ruin it for her.
See,
But that implies that he's going to make his daughter play this game, which is...
Well, if he
still
hates his
heresy.
daughter, then no.
see, I like things like that, like Nolan North
Yeah. He got wet.
In the third, or first,
Yeah.
or one of the Jumpy Doo Uncharted games,
Yeah.
he has a line where he just says "Kitty got wet,"
Yes.
and that's a reference to something his daughter just said, and he decided, "I'm going to say this in the recording booth," and then they put it in the
Oh.
game.
And in fact, they even sort of turned it into a sort of "Kitty got wet, bitch." I think he even said once.
Yeah, it became a
So they
running
make-
gag.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. I love that.
I think you got. Isn't the next one long? Isn't it, or is it that one? Oh no.
Are you? What are you
Oh, no.
referring to?
Oh no, I just thought the marker wasn't in position, but I've just got the text saying it's in position.
No, it was a centimeter off.
Oh. Oh, you got to be precise with these things,
Yeah,
I suppose.
you got to hit the
Exiting zero
hitbox.
gravity.
The mission complete hitbox.
Hey, I'm no cowboy. I'm a real engineer. I've got to do my job properly.
It's on board.
Got to be.
Please come and join
Got to get a
Together we can
level
stop this
and
hive
T
mind.
square out to
We
get
can
this
end
right.
This nightmare at last.
I stole that joke from Red Letter Media episodes today. Ah, there's Klein.
Yep, and there he goes. Thanks for the marker. I promise I'll throw it at the planet.
Now we're gonna go meet him, I think.
Oh, are we going to have human contact since the beginning of the game? Are we going to be let in the same room?
Yeah, because every time we've seen him, he's been behind glass or on the or on the screen.
The way you say the idea that Isaac creates
Guys,
human
guys,
contact is
cutscene,
great.
please.
Oh.
He got shot. He cutscene died.
Oh,
And I don't see from where, so a sniper. Oh man, just as I met you.
Oh no.
Someone's stealing the marker. Where are you going? Don't bring that to Earth.
Quick, stamp on Klein's body.
I
Oh,
couldn't let
no.
it go through with it. I suppose I should thank you for finding the marker. We even managed without help from the USM Valor. Thank you.
You
for
was the
finding
villain
the
all along.
My department's been looking for this place for a long time. See what Kind didn't know was? It was the government's mess to begin with. This whole planet is one big experiment. The marker? This divine relic? Made by man. They reverse engineered it a couple of hundred years ago from the real
Streamlag.
marker. A true alien artifact recovered on Earth. They dug it up, studied it, and they made it their own. Then they brought it to Aegis 7 and activated it. And you've seen the result. The stuff of nightmares. They sealed the system, and no one would have been the wiser. But then the CEC blunders in and starts tearing the planet apart. The experiment was still alive. Kind was right about the hive mind. The marker would contain it, but that doesn't matter now, does it? I have the marker, and this entire system can go to hell. For what it's worth, you did a great job, Isaac. See you around. Or maybe not.
Isaac, Nicole, I need you to help me. Help us. Now. I'm in the flight control room. Please, Isaac, hurry. Please. Isaac.
That's, So now the game's gotten good writing again.
yeah.
It set us up that our captain might have been, I nearly said nearly been a deviant. Guess what game I've been playing recently?
DeviantArt, the video game?
Deviant.
Don't worry. Don't worry. No. So it might be set up that he was a traitor who wanted to steal the marker, but no, it was our sidekick that said nothing all along. The game tricked us and subverted our expectations. And now
That's why Ken and Alan used to argue all the time.
Now our PS2 girlfriend is calling us up saying "I love you" at the end of every message, almost as if she's like trying to remind us, even though we've had no contact with her throughout the game.
I feel like that implies that she knows she's going to die here, and she's trying not to let you forget about her, or something along those lines, or...
Yeah, but why wouldn't she message us sooner? Isaac was here for personal motivation, but he never followed through. That's strange. Also, our ally abandoned us to like blow up Earth or whatever as revenge for the government being evil. In a massive exposition dump that I was half listening to, but can be summed up with, the humans found an alien thing, built it, and then turned everyone into a biocurse.
Isaac?
I think they've taken it back to the planet. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's my girlfriend. I found her at last.
Hooray!
I'm so
Whoa.
sorry.
Shh.
I'm so sorry for what I did. I never wanted to hurt you. You need to get it back now, Isaac. You can pilot the shuttle remotely from here. Make us whole again.
Make us whole again. What are you, a unitologist?
Give her a big smooch.
I can't. Ah!
Oh no, I can't take off my helmet. Damn it.
I have a mouth, yet I must kiss. I have no mouth and I must kiss.
It's always that joke.
I was going to crack the joke earlier that all Isaac's ever wanted in this game is just a little bit of human contact. He just wants to hug somebody. That's all he wants. Last time he tried to, he got shot in the chest.
Escape pod away, crew shuttle USG-09.
So good thing we had a recall.
Has ejected escape pod.
Doesn't matter. She can't escape her fate. None of us can.
You're talking kind of weird all of a sudden.
Here it comes. I'll reprogram the shuttle so we can fly down to the colony. We're so close, Isaac. Now go! Get on the shuttle. I'll meet you there.
And her voice actor is not held over for the other games. But God, she's really familiar. This was like one of her first major games that the voice actress did.
Would you like me to IMDb her, or...?
No, we'll leave it to the
No.
credits as a surprise.
Okay.
As a little treat.
Don't run into any spoilers now.
Hey, why are there windings all over the computer interfaces, hun? Never mind.
Gotta have a hobby, I guess.
As a practical joke, the necromorphs turned all the INI files into windings so they can't be read. Ugh. That will mess with the engineers who come to save our lives.
Just open it in Notepad.
What jokesters they are.
I was also pouring through the footage earlier from the other streams, and what I noticed in some of the earlier levels, the text isn't there right there, but the format, the font on the door signs
Yeah.
in the early game is very similar to Comic Sans.
Oh.
Oh, that's an insult and a half.
I don't know, it's kind of come round for me where I now kind of like Comic Sans, ironically, again, so...
I find it the most egregious of texts. It's like, I swear in the second Silent Hill movie, there's this phrase, there's like, come to Silent Hill written in blood on the wall. And I swear it's written in Comic Sans. And I actually stopped watching the film after that. It was like, that looks too much like Comic Sans. I'm not watching this film anymore. It's painful in my opinion.
That's why you stopped watching the film, because you didn't like the font.
Not anything else about that film.
But
So-
it had Jon Snow in it. Jon Snow!
Well, I mean,
save Silent Hill.
It had the actor. So
Yeah.
the actual thing, the reason why Comic Sans is used so much is because it's something that's very easy to read from a distance in small text because of the spacing.
Ah.
Yep.
But surely there's better alternatives.
No, Times New Roman isn't as easy to read from a distance.
But there's like 350,000 different fonts out there.
There are other Sans fonts
Look,
that have that similar kind of... Yeah.
Going back when there wasn't as many, Comic Sans was the go-to easy to read font. That's why it's so saturated. And as we got higher resolution things where we didn't need a text format that was easy to read in low res, Comic Sans became irrelevant, and that's when it became a joke.
You're doing the right thing, Isaac. We're together now. The way it always should have been. I knew you'd come back.
Our
for me.
waifu is here.
Nothing can stop us now.
There we go.
Oh.
It nearly crashed.